Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I hope you're having a good day. I wanted to come and say hello. I am going to pull a few cards to see what's going to be happening after this message. I want to talk to things I want to talk about to address the end of the year and the beginning of next year. There's going to be some great celebration that are coming in alignment. I wanted to say, for those who can conceive that there is a creator, a God that is all, that is the apex of all reality, to say that God doesn't interfere, but in the human's life. He will guide, but he will not. He wants free will to be made. Everybody has to make his own choice. God is beyond the necessity to corrupt any soul come to the light. So the choice of light and love has to be made voluntarily, to be or not to be. I am that I am. But the more we know about God and Source and all the energy, the facets of that reality, the more we want it into our life, because we know our life will get better. So it is through our free will that we choose to clean up, to clear up, to get on with the program, to prepare our physical body and our consciousness to become like this very fancy box that surrounds this very precious jewel. For we can conceive that this jewel, this diamond, is our principle of conscious harmony, and we're faceting it and it's also the central point, the central presence of God, this diamond that we have within our heart, and we can conceive that we could have in our upper heart a blue diamond, the blue that is that holds the frequency of the divine will and sovereign strength and empowerment, a pink diamond that symbolizes the receptivity, the unconditional love, the unconditional forgiveness, and a yellow diamond that personify active intelligence, wisdom, consciousness, and there is all the diamonds that we receive as well. We can connect to the ruby light that is actually very healing, also to invoke this ruby light to circulate through our chakras. We have received through invitations. So those who have followed my video, I have done that already. Is to receive this blue diamond from the Mother, from the Nebadonia, the Holy Spirit of our universe, this diamond, and the more we share it, we put it in other people's heart, the more it grows and becomes brilliant. So there is all the crystals. Diamonds are crystals, but diamonds are solid and transparent. Our DNA is carbon-based, and the diamonds are also, it's like we're moving from the state of a piece of chalk that burns really quickly and that is not very shining to a shining diamond. So it's true, and the diamond is really our connection to that which is divine. I've been working with this diamond light. It's a very specific frequency of light. I've experienced it through the goddess of purity that shared this light with me, and also working with Serapis Bey, a great master in Luxor. He's a newly ascended master, but he's a disciplinarian, but he holds that frequency. You can call on him to work with your diamond light. Diamond light is not something we project, it's something we hold. You can project violet fire, the blue fire, actually the blue tribe, this energy of blue is really going to be very, very essential in the coming time to move into this blue heaven, the blue bridge into Sirius. So it's like the blue tribe, the blue fire tribe is awakening. It is the primal ray of God's creation, and so we need to integrate that for us. So it's going to activate this solar prana in this blue environment of frequency of light, can activate our monadic structure, all that we are, which activate the crystalline creation matrix within. It's like an initiation to this crystalline. This blue energy is going to be very, very intense and powerful as we continue. We're going to receive more of those energies in the coming times. For a very long time, we had to use pyramids in order to utilize power, because the apex of the pyramid is when we get the information on the energy from spirit. But now we no longer need that. I wanted to make a little warning in terms of dependence in the in the machine. Those little machine that people carry around, that I carry around, is very addictive, and we have to let go of that machine. Those machines is like entrapping the Draco-reptilian system. So if I have a computer now, I have to use it because I don't have a computer. But I think I'm going to do a detox at some point. I'm sorry for stepping a bit away from social media, but for the internet, it's very good. It's used and computer for professional or internet for communication, but those machines are becoming a little bit too invasive, and we don't realize that everybody's completely, as we all have a certain level of addiction to those little screens. And I wanted to talk about the solar flash. The solar flash is an event, but God can activate it. It's like shifting from third to fifth dimension, the whole collective of all that is. For the plants are already ready for this paradise earth. They're going to ascend. They're going to become so beautiful because it's going to be a paradise garden, and the animals will follow. But as far as the humans, it's like we have to activate that solar flash. When our collective consciousness is high enough, God wants humanity to be the activator of the solar flash by a collective intention. Also wanted to make a note on first contact. There is many options on the table. One of them will leave that to Sananda and the higher consciousness of the realm to decide the final word, of course. But that would be millions of ships landing on the planet, all peaceful, but they don't, because they do not want to make anybody afraid. The fear is not something they use at all. So, but the ideas would be that hundreds, maybe thousands of different species would show themselves at the same time to humanity, to show that there are actually millions of species, and like this is just a few thousand. So just that would create human would I think welcome it and be humbled by all this intelligence, this kind intelligence that would be shown by many sorts of beings that are some of them are very different than humans. So I think that could be interesting. But in a sense, we need to make our own connection to God, our source. It's like all our guides, all the angels, they're not here to carry us on our back. It's very important. They're here to assist us in finding that inner connection directly to the source, because they have their own connection to the source, but they have more of it. That's why they're guiding us in that sense. But they're not canes that we walk with. It's like a lot of people. It's like Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I don't have anything to learn. I'm gonna get on his back and get my ascension and all that. It doesn't work like that. But there's certain angels that are still very present to ensure that faith remains strong. But we all have to do a certain work, and this is in relationship directly to our source creator, the God that we know. For all is getting synchronized, and the inner, the outer, everything is getting synchronized, and there is this activation of all the Christos star seed and the diamond sunlight, this blue fire emergence, but also the guardians of the Emerald Covenant. They all there was the law of one. The law of one is really the only way to progressive evolution, the law of love. So it is good to continue to ask for clarity to spirit, but do not ask them to make their choices for you. You have to make your choices, and but still to be conversant with. We all have spirit, intelligence that we can converse with once we know we can, that are more wisdom and more knowledge in relationship to a higher self, as a higher self, to many higher selves, to have a perspective on things when we need it, and even they have a higher consciousness that they use when they need for that. So do not be shy in relationship to calling on the spirit realm and your spirit guides. They're really at your service, respectfully. And so I'm gonna finish with a song. Before I do that, I'm gonna pull a few cards to see about this coming, the next few months that are coming. Oh, the observer is as above, so below, and there's really this magic and miracles coming in. Well, and the situation is nothing short of, we have the sun and the moon next to each other. Well, it's going to be the test of the darkness and the light. Basically, everything is the situation is the phoenix. There is only one phoenix. There is not two phoenixes. The phoenix is for everybody. When there is one that burns to his ashes, there is a new one that is reborn. So the phoenix is the sun. You are the sun. It's the power of rebirth and transformation. And right next to it, we have the moon, and the influence is 18. It is Soma. It's a phallic mushroom. It's a kind of dream and one. And we have to pass through the illusions in order to discover the truth. So be gentle with your dark side. What we see before us that will unfold in the future is a horseplay. It's like taking things lightly, enjoying the process. in the subconscious that will come out from the deep past is the guardian. There's been many initiations, a deep mystical initiation that may come from the depths of the subconscious. So be ready for that, which will lead you to this transcendence that is now. Actually, it has led you to the transcendence. It's the cremation ground. It is the meditation. Which is ironic enough because it is the chariot in the traditional tarot. It is the card that talks about the doors to the world that open. But as we transcend one level of reality, there is all kinds of doors that do open. What's coming in the near future is the White Lady, the Mother of Pearl. It's like she just wants us not to get into gloom and nostalgia and looking back at the past. And for the pearl, it's like the impure, the little piece of sand that is the impurity that gets inside this beautiful oyster, and it is the impurity that creates this beautiful thing. So it is about transmuting darkness into light. But then your power in the situation, your power, you represent, what you represented is this Shiva. It is really the card of empowerment. It is source, it is God, it is the fire and the water. It is the pillar of fire. So it is very, very powerful. We can actually, because it's so powerful, we want to find out where it's leading and what we need to work on. And here we have self-created. It is really the most. It is the heart. It is the strength. It's the card of strength, the card 11, and so it is very much about a lot of empowerment come from you, regardless of the mood. What comes to you from the outside world in your environment is death, transfiguration, which is wonderful because that means you don't have to do anything. Everything happens naturally. This card of death in the tarot is actually a thing that no matter what you do, things are going to happen. It doesn't talk about death. For death, there is always a death and a rebirth. In order for us to be reborn, we need to die. But here it is more about the outer change will come naturally, and that's what I think it says. Well, there's a lot of major cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcanes. So very powerful time. On the inner emotion, our hopes and fears. I'm trying to be just one of thousands of people when I do those readings, rather than being directly addressed to me. When I do it, and when I do it personalized, it's more for the person, of course. Then on the inner emotion, our hopes and fear is the Scarlet Woman. The Scarlet Woman is the universal card. It is universal. It is the feminine of the feminine. It's also being creative within that, from the abundance of all that is, and not to get lost in any details. And so the emotion is integrated to something very, very vast, very. And the outcome is the power of the mind, the magician, the number one. You are the one. Huh? You are the magic. You are Mercury. You are the Hermes, the power of wisdom and consciousness. And it's to be able to have enough trust in your counterparts in spirit, so that you can dance into the realization of all those. Continue to play, to do this horse play. Huh? And everything. And maybe I will pull a card, see, in relationship to that, because that's somewhat of a dark card in some sense, because it makes us a bit nostalgic, the energy, or to want to go into dreamy state. But there is a deep transformation, and it's really the transformation is deep and powerful that is coming. So allow yourself to go through whatever you go through, and enjoy those times as much as possible. For it's like 2024. It's going to be very different, and there's going to be a lot of agitation in the world. Be prepared for that. The key is to find your inner peace and your tranquility, and your so that we can traverse all those times in a joyful way, on a timeline that is already enlightened, that is not subject to all the chaos as much as possible. Well, I'm finished with pulling a few cards from the angel. I'm going to finish sing this song. I was going to sing this morning, and I had this song in my head, but I can't sing it a cappella. I don't feel like it wouldn't be the same. It was let's get it started, get into it, get it started, get stupid. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. From the Black Eyed Peas. It's not yet. I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night, but that will come. I'm going to sing another song that's easier to sing a cappella. It's called Jimi Hendrix. It's called Angel. Angel come down from heaven yesterday. She stayed with me just long enough to rescue me. And she tells me a story yesterday about the love between the moon and a deep blue sea. And she spread her wing high over me, and she say, I shall return tomorrow. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel, fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel. Tomorrow I will feel you by my side. And sure enough, this morning comes to me, where silver wings silhouette against the glow of a child's sunrise. And as the bluebird and sparrows envy me, I say I love you, little boy, and today you shall fly. She kissed me once, and the feeling so good she made me cry. And now we fly together. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel. Fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel. Together we shall always be alive. Great songs of Jimi Hendrix. Or maybe I'll do this one next. The Stairway to Heaven. That's very appropriate in relationship to the Song of Hope. So I'm going to pull a few cards, see what the highest wisdom from the angel is today. It's purification. We need to continue to purify ourselves, to make our body and our consciousness as clear and pure and bright as possible, to welcome the divine, that our higher self that is descending. What we need to understand is patience, not to be in a rush, in a hurry. We have to accept each moment for what it is. For God is the force that elevates us, but God is the force that creates the difficulty and the struggle. And because we learn so much through the process. Now, whatever you go through, try to invite God into the process of your life. You'll see things get easier. And that is the triumph. That's what we need to do. As we are triumphant in not remembering, not forgetting that all that is always. We are made of every state, and all that is whatever it's a transforming consciousness. Change is the permanent. We can let go of everything because everything is already, and that is success. So what does success mean? Success means rejoicing. What is it we want to achieve is love. And what furthers us on the way to success is righteousness. We need to remain true to ourselves. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Maybe I'll pull one more card. Wow, the 4 of Gabriel. After the effort, the recomfort. You are harvesting the fruits of your work. Get rid of the situation that are oppressing you. So it's really much about really all that we ever want is really at hand reach. Huh? I thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Much is coming. And thank you for your donations, and I wish you a wonderful day. Adonai.